everybody, it's Don, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, welcome to Ketchikan, Alaska today. It's a beautiful day, but it's pretty crisp. It's pretty crisp, is how we say, but boy, nothing like fresh Alaska air when you get down here after you're coming from a big city. This is wonderful. Can't wait to explore, but I actually have a story about Ketchikan in the news today about a passenger suing the transit system in Ketchikan. Also, we have an update on the Sapphire Princess with her propulsion issues. We have a new ship that is also heading to Florida, twice the size of the other ship in the fleet. And hopefully she's a little better prepared. So the brand new Margaritaville ship is all done her renovations. She's gotten new bars, new entertainment areas, a new nightclub, and it's twice the size of the current Margaritaville at sea. And she's now setting sail for Florida, where she's going to offer a little bit longer cruises than the other ship is offering, but still not 14-day or 30-day cruises or anything like that. There's still going to be the economy cruise line sailing out of Florida. Let's just hope that it's ready for its CDC inspection when it arrives here, because her last ship failed the CDC safety and cleanliness inspection. So fingers crossed that it's coming across and she's all ready to go. I know a lot of people are looking forward to testing the new ship, seeing as how it's twice the size and also has a lot more onboard things to do, like entertainment and venues like that. So maybe I'll be able to jump on one of these shorter cruises when I'm in the area as well. Fingers crossed. Next, let's update the Sapphire Princess. As you know, she had some propulsion issues sailing on the very first Alaska cruise. The second one this season, 2 ships, both had propulsion issues on their way to Alaska. How crazy is that happened? But it seems like they have got the problem solved, and it's not going to affect any more of the itineraries, which is good news for everybody on the Sapphire Princess. I looked today, and she was in Skagway today, I believe, with the Discovery Princess, so she looks like she's sailing at her normal destinations and should be able to not have any more interruptions in her itinerary. At least only one cruise was affected, and those passengers received a 75% refund on there for a future cruise. So I don't think they're too disappointed. After all, Alaska is still beautiful. I can just sit here in this port and look out my window at what I showed you earlier when we started the video and be perfectly content and happy. But some people aren't too particularly happy in Ketchikan, as we have a story of a passenger, 90-some years old, was sailing with his wife, and they rented a mobility scooter. And they went on one of the public transit buses here in the port of Ketchikan. Well, they have in these buses an area to park your scooter where they did. They were instructed where to put it by the driver. They put the scooter there. However, when the bus was driving and made a sharper turn, the scooter tipped over and the gentleman was injured. Now, when he got back to the ship, he was feeling pain, went to the medical center, and the doctors said, yeah, it looks like you've got some broken ribs as well as a punctured lung. And then when they got the Juno, we ended up going to the hospital to get recovered and get repaired. And they are now suing Ketchikan because they say they have no policy in place for strapping in those scooters so they don't fall over. Now, there are straps there. They're on the buses. There is just no policy to have the driver either themselves get out and strap the people in, or even a policy about instructing the passengers to do so. And they say this is negligence, and had they had this policy in place, this accident would probably never happen. Of course, the bus line and the Ketchikan are going to come back and say, well, the passenger noticed the straps. Why didn't they use the straps? They're perfectly It's on the passengers to secure themselves. It's not on us to secure them. It's just like when you're sitting in a seat, if you stand up in a bus and you don't hang on and you fall over, did you need instructions to say hang on while the bus is moving? Those are probably going to be the arguments that are going to go on. But I just came from a Disney World vacation where I watched at every stop on the buses, the drivers would lower the bus and tilt it down, bring on the scooters, park them, sometimes 2 or 3 scooters, and they would strap them all in by the driver before moving on. Now, this is not a public transit system. This is a Disney transit system, and they built into their times, allowances for the drivers to do this. I don't know if they do such a thing on public buses. I haven't been on a public bus in my own city for years and years and years, and I don't know if there's a policy for scooters or anything as far as the tourism places in the cities are concerned. So I'm not sure how this lawsuit is going to happen, but they are going. And not only are they suing for the injuries, etc., they're suing for emotional distress, and also they're suing because they say that this accident has actually caused problems with their marriage. So they're adding that on to the lawsuit. I don't know how much the judge is going to listen to something like that, or a jury if it gets to that point, or if this will all be settled out of court. We'll see. 90-some years old, you also have that working against you, and if they play legal ball, shall you say, where it's subpoenas and it's putting off and delaying tactics and everything at 91 years old, you wonder how long through the court system this will take. We'll even see a resolution in the future, because they can delay this kind of stuff in court for years and years and years and years and years before things are actually resolved and solved. Hopefully they get together and they come up with a resolution that's satisfactory for both. At least maybe the medical gets covered for the people and they drop the other emotional kind of lawsuit on it. I guess it all depends. It all depends what's happening. But what do you guys think? Do you think the bus drivers should be responsible for strapping in people on mobility scooters? Should mobility scooter people be forced to call a paratransport kind of vehicle, specially designed to handle people in scooters? And they shouldn't be on public transit systems if they can't operate a mobility scooter on their own. I don't know. I don't drive around in one. I have my niece Angelina's in one this week, and she's doing her best just to get around on the ship, let alone trying to get on and off of public buses and strap things in. I don't know how somebody who's bound to a wheelchair or bound to a scooter should be expected to be able to also get up and necessarily move around and strap in a vehicle that they're stuck on. I'm very curious to see how this lawsuit turns out. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.